Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall. And you already know the vibes when you see the big homie Pstock next to me. You know what time it is. We are here to address the culture, right, B?
It's that time of the week, man. Address the culture,
Yeah.
make it happen, man. What's happening? What's up to the culture? The culture gang, everything is great. All the shows and everything flowing, everything doing what it's supposed to do. You know, for the most part,
Absolutely.
it's
Absolutely.
making it's making it happen. So what's happening in the culture?
Man, look,
What's
man.
going on with the people? I know there's so much going on. The summer's
Look,
gonna be winding down. The events, the shows, everything going on.
everything is moving in such an amazing way. Like you said, shouts out to everybody that's been tapping in. The culture gang is growing. The views, the engagement is getting crazy, man. But I think it's because we kind of tapped into the culture, man. We got
Yeah.
some people upset with us. You know what I'm saying? Because some truths be told on the show. But we ain't ducking no smoke. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like we say, we ain't ducking no
no
smoke, and
smoke.
we gonna keep coming. You know what I'm saying?
It's
It's
doing
so
what it's
much.
supposed to do. It's doing what it's
Yeah,
supposed to do. You
yeah,
trust in the
yeah.
culture and everything's happening, but that's what it is. And I've been getting a lot of positive feedback. On the shows and stuff. They love it. So it's great. With that. It's tapping in with the culture and the martial arts continues with the Legacy 9 coming up.
Yeah,
Man, this coming up. It seemed like a year ago we first talked about it. Now it's
absolutely,
rolling up quick. So the
absolutely.
Legacy Nine's coming up at Circus in Las Vegas on September the 3rd. That's going to be off a hook. So everything leading up, and tonight's guest is a part of that legacy. With T-Bone, Darren Tibon, Grandmaster. And the Angels Disciples, Stockton.
Yeah,
Everything's happening. Stockton's the hot spot.
yeah.
Remember, we talked about it. That's what kicked off everything when Jerry was on the show. So
Look, we
that's great.
we done had some moments, man. And it's so dope. And what's so dope about this is that with this platform and with some of the amazing people that we've talked to, we kind of touching globally. You know what I'm saying? We talk
Yes.
about
Yeah.
everywhere across the world. You know what I'm saying? So many different viewpoints. And it's something global that I wanted to talk to you about when we addressing the culture, because that's what we do. Um, you know about the Brittany Reiner case, right? The
Yeah,
athlete
Brittany
who's arrested over
in
in
Russia.
Russia.
Yes.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And she got sentenced to 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years for a vape
Nine,
pen. You know what I mean? And
9
I know
years.
we in our conflict with Russia. You know what I mean? With the Ukraine and everything. And I think that is a result of that. And I kind of wanted to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? A little bit and kind
Yeah.
of see what you felt about it. Because that is a global issue. You know what I mean? And I don't know if they're gonna get her back. You know what I mean? And it seemed a little harsh for
I
a vape
think.
pen.
I mean, and that's Russia. And I've been a lot of places, and you always got those things. I've had my thing in the past where I had to sit 10 days in the Japanese jail.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that was an experience. So you got to go through there. Of course, the government is stepping in, but I think it's bigger. I think Russia's trying to get somebody that we have back. That we're holding. I think there's a guy we
yeah,
gave 30,
yeah,
30 years to. So
yeah,
I think they're trying to leverage all of that to make a flop because Brittany Griner, she plays professional basketball there.
yeah.
So why would they, you know, uh, ruin that chance of any U.S. athletes wanting to go to Russia and play basketball? I mean,
But
if I was
nine
Brittany,
years though,
9 years, man, that's
9 years for a vape pen, that's harsh. You know what I mean? Like if those are not ulterior motives, I don't know
I
what
think
is.
I think 20 years is harsh for crack rocks in the U.S. So I mean, they do the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So I mean,
absolutely,
it's
absolutely.
it's just there, but theirs is more a political thing, and I think that they're leveraging that to do that prisoner exchange,
Yeah,
which would make sense. But I'm glad you mentioned that, and along the lines of that, and a lot of informers. There's someone I follow, and I want to turn you on to, and everybody on to. Malcolm Nance. You want to follow him, check him out, and he got a book out now because called "They Want to Kill Americans." So and he's somebody I know, like I've known him. We was both in the Navy, both in the same line, but he was a higher level, doing things at a higher level in the field type of guy. So he's like one of the foremost leaders about all minds on all of the stuff that's going on as far as that, what Russia's trying to do, what the positioning. He himself was over in Ukraine. So it's that somebody to follow. The brother, he's out of Philadelphia, former Navy guy, that's intelligence, consultant, with us and everything. Great thing. He talks about that. He talked about them all along, so I'm a little mad at Brittany for even slipping, even taking any chances with that.
Because to be honestly, I wouldn't even be in Russia. You know what I mean? Right now, it's a lot of places as an American citizen that they warn you that you should not go to. You know what I mean? Just because
they chasing money. They chasing
absolutely.
money, for that MBA to meet the thing, and it just ain't worth it. That's the cost. The cost could be 9 years, and believe me, they mean 9 years.
Absolutely.
If they don't give them a situation that they'll let her go, just like them other people, she'll sit there for 9 years.
Yeah.
Basketball will be over.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the sad part about it.
Yeah.
But just to be real with the culture, when you go to foreign countries, you got to remember, if you're American, I've seen it a lot. People go to other countries and don't want to respect the other country's laws or the people or things. That's what makes the experience. Everybody ain't going to see eye to eye with everybody, but that's what makes the experience when you visit another nation, to take in the culture, take in the people, meet what it's about. Not to the Americans, how some people are. How some people, they can be rude, they can be, hot-headed, over there.
But let's be clear though, P. Like it's all a hypocrisy. You know what I mean? Because it's people over here in America that's doing 15 to 20 years for weed. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
For marijuana.
Exactly.
And then in different parts of the United States, it's legal. Then it's not legal because it's not federal. Like it's crazy. Like you could be in LA and fly to Dallas and be legal in LA, California, fly to Dallas, got some weed on you, they lock you up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy because it's not legal in Dallas. Like that's crazy. Amon Shepard just got arrested for having weed. With that situation, he's on a plane flying around, and the places he was landing, it was legal. Then he landed in Dallas and he got arrested, and he's facing 2 years. Facing 2 years for weed. Like that's crazy. But it's all a hypocrisy. You know what I mean?
It is hypocrisy.
I don't get it. You know what I mean? And that's something that needs to be addressed. You know what I mean? Because it don't make sense. You got all these people being incarcerated for something that's minor. You know what I mean? And people are making money, and then turn around. Cookies, a marijuana company, just made the Forbes list. You know what I'm saying? Like what are we doing? Like it don't make sense.
It's America. It's the history of America and the history of the hypocrisy that goes on here. But I'm not too keen. Texas is a state I'll stay out of for a while. Like Florida, Texas. I mean, if I'm in it, I'm in and out. Because I don't trust them anyway. Anywhere down south, I mean, even up north. I mean. Anywhere anymore, you got to be on your P's and Q's. But I know people that make those moves like you talk about. Go to LA, cop stuff, have pins and stuff, and then fly back. They don't check you there, but then coming back, it depends on where you're going if they check. In Texas and the Florida, there's some states.
But it's all in America. It just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
It's all in America.
But y'all already know, man, we're going to tap in. We're going to keep you in tune with all these stories and address the culture. And I'm excited about today's show, man. We got some amazing guests. The Budo Brothers, they coming through, man. They're going to talk about their experiences, what they got going. They've been doing their thing in the culture, man. It is just another branch that we're going to add to this legacy. And speaking of legacy, y'all know we got T-Bone coming through. You know what I mean? He's our tour guide in these streets. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be here to address the culture and just, continue to elevate. You know what I mean? So I'm super excited about our guests. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Budo Brothers, as you know, They have their niche in hip hop and the martial arts, and it's great, man. They
Talk
do
about
great video work. You see a lot of the guests we had on the show. You know, they know how to light people up, make people look good. You know, you seen it, you know, and that's what it's about. You know, when they can light you up and make you look good.
Yeah.
You know, that's the rap. You know, and they will bring your vision to light for real. You know.
And what's so dope about them is what I love. Like, they are the representation of this platform. We talk about hip hop and infusing it with the martial arts and different culture. They are infused within it. They got the hip hop, they got the martial art, they got the culture within them, and that's the platform that we have created. You know what I mean?
That's what we want.
So that's exactly what we want. You know what I'm saying? And they represent that. So it's gonna be dope to talk to them, see their whole journey, and do what we do, address the culture. So y'all already know we're gonna take us a quick break, and we're gonna be back with T-Bone. You know what I'm saying? So he can talk to you a little bit and let you know about the Budo Brothers and everything else we got going. So we'll be right back after these commercial breaks, all right?
Stockton group of martial artists that's huge. Like I said, Stockton's no joke. I'm sure you had a couple nutcases coming there, bringing Custer swords, trying to think they're gonna take over.
Because as a martial artist, I'm a student. I'm a student forever, and there's an opportunity for me always to explore, to discover, to learn, to grow, and then that helps me in creation. Because as you see in my shirt, the art is in martial.
I'm in DC right now on the East Coast, the nation's capital. So
stay out of Ben's chili
for a couple days. Okay, I'll stay out of there. Yeah, but
some of you guys haven't seen me in person. I have a post-polio, so I don't have complete control of my left leg. But I get inspired. I was told that I inspired others to not let your physical limitation halt you.
That's right.
Especially when I compete in tournaments and I could hang with someone with two good legs and probably strike them.
What's the martial artist's way, the mastery, the discipline of dealing with things, staying calm, cool, and collected, and making choices, and that's the biggest difference where people are reacting. The martial artists breathe, take a moment, step back, take a look at it all, don't freak out, and they make smart choices.
We got healers this time, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
On one aspect, you got one aspect, you got people kicking ass, and you got the other side healing your ass. So that's a good balance.
Hey, look. I think that was 4 mic drops right there. You know what I'm
saying? People's slamming mics all over the place.
Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come and address the culture, huh?
T-Bone in the house.
What's going on with you, man?
Hey, man, I'm in that happy place right now, man. We got Tony Wall Capone, you know what I mean? And we got the Budo Brothers, coming on in the show right now. And I haven't seen these cats since, October, November of 2019.
Hey, but hold on. Did you hear Pstock call you a troublemaker? Did you hear that?
I'm a troublemaker?
He said you're a troublemaker.
You troublemaker.
I'm a troublemaker. Oh my goodness. We live in that day and age, brother. You can't even be honest and talk right without somebody getting offended. And I understand that.
No.
Yeah. But
ain't that a shame?
Hey, it's a crying shame. It's a crying shame. You know
that's what it is, crying.
It's a crying shame. You know what I'm talking
about? Man.
Yeah.
You ought to be wearing a diaper right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
You gotta
sir.
be wearing diapers right now, shaking baby rattles, brother, not sticks, baby rattles, man.
Oh, what that's what they shaking? That's what they
What's
shaking?
going on in this
Address the
world?
culture, T-Bone. Address the culture.
Yeah, talk your shit. You know what I'm talking about? Look,
I look at it like this, brothers. We got the Budo Brothers on here. I don't even want to think about no pansy ass right now. You know,
Yeah.
I'm in my happy zone right here.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Good
got
reason.
Kyle, Mahadeo, and Eric Allen up in here, man, doing phenomenal work out of Canada. You know, doing their thing in the martial arts. You know, they got the clothing line, martial arts supply line. And, you know, when they filmed us, you know, in conjunction with EM3, Val Majelovic, and, you know, we had Brother Val on the show, you know, phenomenal show.
Yeah.
You know, Eric and Kyle were right there getting their own gig on, you know, and shooting other people while Val was filming, and they were helping out Val. And, you know, the beauty of it, first of all, is in Hawaii, guys. Come on now. Beautiful beach. Kailua Beach, Kahana Bay. Beautiful, man. And that's the last time I seen these cats, you know, filming. And, you know, we did a lot of work and had fun, you know, in a beautiful place, you know, and these guys are good. These guys are hot. You know, they know the craft, they're great at it. And to introduce them to Pstock, Tone Big Wall, you know, and big shout out to IOD19, you know, for creating that opportunity.
Absolutely.
But now, hey, man, we got some good guys on here. So, you know, from the Master Jerry show to a bunch of crybabies, now to something happy and positive. You know, this is positive right here, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
True, it is. I mean, it is. Even when you say the name,
it is, like, man.
Something good's getting ready to happen. You know
what's sad, guys? I'll tell you what's sad. You know, that whole Karen thing came out, you know, pointing at, you know, women just gabbing and crying. You got everybody deserve a trophy attitude, you know, and it's not good to have a first, second, third place, earn it. Man, what is going on, man? And that's why I call this my happy place. You know, we could talk, we could be real, you know, and talk about it. Introduce great people that do great work, you know, in a positive sense for the martial art communities, if not international, worldwide. You know, these cats, they touch a lot of people. They've touched my life. You know, done this phenomenal work, you know, for Angel Disciples and Legacy. Legacy 7, man, they hit. Val hit, EM3, Budo Brothers hit, Legacy 7, Budo Brothers. And that stuff just went viral.
But T-Bone, that's what you've been doing, man. Like, you always
I try to do
up these channels and lines of communications to spread the light to everybody, man. But I just want to ask you, what does the Budo Brothers represent to you, just as a whole?
To me, I think they offer a new way of film for martial arts, and they capture a lot of angles, and they mix in the music, and they do things, I think, for the younger generation to really grasp onto, you know. Looking at some of these short takes they do, I see 8 million views upon there. It's probably 10 by now. So, you know, I think they really tapped into the hip-hop culture along with the martial arts films. And these brothers, they got that. They got that touch, you know, for, I think, the younger generation to view in on martial arts. And then tap into that beat along with it. And to capture that, you know, kind of remind me of the movies, you know. Hip-hop is in everything. We know that.
Absolutely.
In the action flick, you don't get hip-hop, right?
Yeah.
You get a cartoon with hip-hop in it, bro. Yeah. And I think Kyle and Eric, they capture that, and they do a phenomenal job with that. But they touched my life. They touched my crew's life. You know, they touched everybody at Legacy 7's life. And I wanted to get them back for 8. COVID hit. Most definitely want them to come back in 9, especially in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know. We'll ask them on the show if they can make it. And I'm crossing my fingers they can't make it.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
they add something. You know, they really add a lot
The element.
to Legacy. They really do. You know, and I prove everybody loves, you know, working with these guys, man. You know, they're just two great guys, family men, wives and kids, and they're doing their thing and staying humble and true to the craft. And I love watching the work. So to have them on the show today, phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Well, look, we ain't gonna waste no more time.
We're gonna waste no more time.
Take a short break, and we gonna be right back with the legendary Budo Brothers right after this.
And you know what? The last time I see them cats, and the last time I think I wore this hat, my Hawaii hat. My daughter bought me this hat. That's my Tommy Bahama, brother. I wear this in the island.
Okay?
Right? Yeah, you keep the tradition
I'm in my backyard in Stockton, and I'm wearing my Hawaii hat because the Budo Brothers touched me in Hawaii.
Okay. We'll be right back after this break.
But see, I'm a nerd. I'm a martial artist, and I'm a serious black nerd. I'm a blur.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Like, you know what? We can ready to spar with Claude Von Damme. I want to see how good he is. He spread the word, man. And dude, BKM guys I had never met or seen before just showed up. Cut off geese. You know how we used to wear the cut off frayed geese and stuff, the raggedy little geese and stuff? I mean, they dressed to fight, right? So it was like 15 to 20 of us. So we standing outside in our geese waiting. Limousine pulls up, stops right in front of us. The window goes down eye level. You see a pair of eyes, the window goes up, the limousine leaves.
Got Adam James.
Adam, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
With the head of the Kempo karate school in Oahu, his name was Buell, right?
Well, I think you're thinking of Bill Ryusaki.
That's who I'm talking about. Yeah. Him. His students used to beat the shit out of me, and ain't nothing but his students at that park, dude. And they lit me up. I thought I knew something, bro. They made me look like I was a white belt. My martial arts was off the chain when I got back, dude. I was doing stuff like looking at the tip of swords and making it circle.
That's when I started studying Chinese Kempo, but I didn't know at the time that my instructor was trained by Professor Chow and Bill Chun Sr. Well, I hit the instructor's bag one time. That was the last time I touched that. I'm serious. I mean, it was like concrete, bro. And one thing that Professor Chow was famous for was his hand conditioning. So if you look at my knuckles, that comes from the Chinese Kempo conditioning, hand conditioning.
Yeah, but I would give nothing for my journey, because that 8 years that I was there in New York under Soki Littlejohn and Doc Powell and Professor Crossan, Robert Crossan, it was just...
These are all legends too.
When we bring up jiu-jitsu, I want to clear the air, okay? Because a lot of people, this is Hawaiian folklore. A lot of people think that Professor Chow got his black belt from Koshiru Kempo, Maitosi. That's not a fact.
Dress the culture, I'm address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come and address the culture, huh?
Hello culture, it's your girl LP, aka London Perez.
Let's go. Dick. Woo. Dick. Okay. Dick.
And I want you guys to tune in every Thursday at 7 p.m.
Dick.
Are you too done with the culture? As so, come on out your girl London Paris. Every Thursday at 7 p.m., I would love to share your story with the world right here on Address the Culture.
We are here. We are back.
Budo in the house. There it is.
Brothers.
Budo
Yeah.
Brothers.
Grandmaster Tibon. How's it going? Oh, Pstock. Yeah.
What's
Great
going
to be here.
on?
Thank you
Budo
so much
in
for
the
having
building.
Great to have you on board, man. I mean, this is like, I've seen y'all work, you know, and I'm a film guy myself, you know, and I dabble and I seen y'all work, you know, from the legacy on the beach, how everything was captured, the light. I'm like, man, that's, you know, I know y'all know how to light up the show, boy. I know y'all.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's the last place we saw you, Grandmaster Tibon, was down in
That
Hawaii.
was it, brother. That was it, man. 2019, October, November, then COVID hit, man. COVID hit that following, March? First week of March, 2020.
Yeah. But you know what's
We
beautiful?
were all planned out to go to Rome and all of that.
Yeah.
Claudio. Everything
You know
hit,
what's
brothers.
beautiful?
Everything hit, you know.
That's it.
But
What's beautiful about that is when the world changed, one of our last incredible experiences of what we considered the normal world was spent in Hawaii with you all, which was
I know,
absolutely
man.
magical. Thank you.
And you know, that's how I look at it. That's how I remember it before COVID. You know, what went on at Legacy 7, the fun we had, man, everything that went down. It don't get no better than that, brother. But, you know, we filmed Legacy 8. It was fantastic. You cats couldn't make it there. It ended up phenomenal. We had a really good time. Now here we are pumping, you know, Legacy 9 Las Vegas. That's in 1 month, guys. That's in 1 month. Man, I love you guys.
Yeah.
We're going to do everything in our power to make it.
Our power.
Oh, man.
Thank you for bringing us on to meet these two gentlemen and address the culture.
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
that's what we do, man.
Address it, brother.
And let our viewers know about the Budo brother history, and then how you know it's kicked it from, you know, the hip hop world and took it into the film world, which is, you know, like almost want the same thing, moving into hip hop, except music and film. You incorporate that together. Now you got it with the martial arts. So give us a little background. You know, let our viewers know Budo Brothers.
Fantastic. Well, we started about 6 years ago. Kyle and I were training on the mats one day, and Kyle came up to me. He was like, I want to learn e-commerce. We should start a brand. And both Kyle and I have had prior entrepreneurial ventures, many of which that did not work out. And I was just coming off a big loss. The business I started went bust. So I didn't have a lot of capital. And so I was like, Kyle, what do we know about starting an e-commerce brand? We don't know the first thing. But then we switched on that white belt mentality and said, this is a great opportunity for us to learn. We didn't even know what we didn't know, but we viewed it as an opportunity to gain new skills. And that actually, the curse of having no capital actually turned into a blessing, because we couldn't afford to hire videographers. We couldn't afford to hire a design team to build our website. We couldn't afford anything. So the obstacle was the way. And we said, let's learn this. And that's exactly how we started from laying the first brick.
And you know, we had these crazy grand ideas. I think we wanted to start off with this like gi and like make it like the next Lululemon of martial arts. But, you know, we didn't have any money. So we literally started our business off by selling a hanbo, which is a dowel or a stick, a stick on the internet. And man, the amount of creativity and work you have to do in order to sell something like that online, it taught us everything. And we found this niche community of people who are into martial arts, who use this training tool, and we've just been stepping stone from there. And, you know, using it as a vehicle to work for ourselves and then connect with other people, and just the amount of people that resonated, it created this massive community. And we just spend our days trying to serve the community and just keep growing, educating, sharing, and inspiring people to start martial arts.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. That's dope. I love you guys' journey, man. I see the hustle, I see the grind, and you guys incorporate the hip hop, and just the culture of it, because we all know hip hop is a lifestyle, it's a culture. It's not just something that you just wake up and feel and want to be a part of. It's something that's in you. You know what I mean? And I love how you guys incorporate that. So can you kind of talk about that and why you chose to go that route and how important it is to mix in the blend, the cultures of hip hop with martial arts and everything else you do as an entire brand?
Absolutely. So for me, my hip hop journey started like just from the beginning, from a baby, right? I remember though my parents from Trinidad, they didn't like cussing, so they're like, you can't listen to.
Okay, it's real when you say cussing. Let's be clear. They don't like cussing. You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
To this day, I can't cuss in the house. So
right.
It's
Me
good,
neither.
right?
Me neither.
So they didn't like any cussing, so they didn't want me to listen to hip hop. But I went and I showed them like all this rock music, and they listened to it like, all right, this is no better. Go ahead, pick whatever. So, that started my journey, and I started with Pstock, with Bigg, and then went back, like listening to Easy. And then, I've listened to hip hop my whole life, and, I miss like the older school, but it's something with the music that ties in so well with hip hop is that, it's about struggle, about overcoming the struggle. Like if you listen to country music, it's always like, oh, I'm so sad and depressed and like my dog died. But like hip hop's like, I got hard times, I'm gonna get through it, and I'm gonna make something of myself. And that always has stuck with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I know you're a big
Bone Thugs and Harmony were the soundtrack to my youth. I became obsessed, and that really started my hip hop journey. And I think the martial arts does tie into hip hop quite well. Not only just aesthetically, watching someone flow paired with a beat produced by someone in the state of flow. When they start intertwining, you get these magical pieces that just come to life.
Yeah. And especially too, if you look at like hip hop artists, they always kind of gravitate towards it. Like, look at Wu-Tang. It's like heavily influenced in there. We did a podcast with Lupe Fiasco, and he's been a martial artist since birth. Like it was just passed on to him from birth. So martial arts is so intertwined with hip hop.
Yeah. It's funny that you brought up the Lupe Fiasco, because my father-in-law and Lupe's father was in the dojo together. So and Lupe was actually in that dojo, and I heard him talking about it and everything. So it's funny how, you know what I mean, it just come full circle, me being in Chicago. And it's so many ties when martial arts is heavy in Chicago, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just dope, man. I love how you guys just bring it all together. But when we just talk about you guys' journey, like what has been some of the trials, and tribulations that you guys have faced putting your brand together? Because I know you guys, being black and white, I know it's so many different issues and so many different hurdles that you face being in the martial arts and coming from different viewpoints. So can you kind of talk about that and how you managed to push through and to get to where you got to as of today?
Yeah. One of the biggest things that has been our superpower is we always start with service. And when you start with serving other people and make that your focus, the rest melts away. And the hard part with any business that you start is how do you fund your passion, right?
Yeah.
When you have passion and you mix that with service, you get your purpose, right? Those two elements is what combine to get your purpose. And like when you're on purpose, the universe moves for you. So at the beginning, when we were like, man, how do we make it? How do we figure this out? And we just started making these products, and the products is kind of what fueled our engine in order to get into this video creation, buy these cameras, do all these cool things. But we had to we had to make something valuable to people. And one of our biggest things was we went to Vietnam. We took a trip there. We found these manufacturers. We sourced this thing, and like, yeah, we did a product or two with them, but we backed up the truck on this one product, and we were like, all right, this product's going to be a winner. Let's do it. So we ordered all this stuff. They sent us the sample. It was perfect, immaculate. And then when we ordered all of our units, it came to us, and we put it in the wash once just to test it, and the colors bled and it ruined the garment. So they bait and switched us. So all of our capital was gone. Like, we were sitting at zeros in the bank account, and we're like, what the hell do we do, right? And this was when we pivoted to digital stuff. We pivoted to making videos, and out of nowhere, Sifu Singh, Harinder Singh, gives us a call, and he's like, "Yo, I saw your products, which happened to be the ones that flopped."
Of course. All it takes is one. All it takes is one.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Do you guys want to partner up and do some stuff?"
Don't know what it'll look like, but let's see what happens.
Yeah. So we started filming with him. That was our first digital course. We filmed with him, and the rest is history. We've kind of been baking the brand around that and just focusing on that. And we just like to stay in our lane. Like, you know, we just focus on delivering quality things to people and just overdoing it and overcommitting to value.
Yeah.
Are you guys shooting music videos for artists up in Canada and other places? Or you're strictly sticking to
To his point, we're sticking to our lane. We want to find most incredible martial artists, extract their knowledge and wisdom, and share their skills with the entire community. And one of our major goals is to inspire people to get involved and try martial arts. If you've never trained, you don't know what it's like, and you don't know the benefits that it can serve you. Learning how to protect yourself is a side effect. It's not the core of it. It changes who you are as a being. It helps you overcome challenges. It creates confidence. It builds character. It harnesses discipline, which then starts to bleed in other areas of your life. And I love how martial arts has really continued to grow. And I really think the wave of that growth, we've been surfing and finding our own lanes to continue the momentum in the space.
Yeah. Sounds a lot like hip hop. You know,
it is. It goes back.
We've had this idea we've wanted to do for a music video. With putting together martial arts sounds and like mixing it with beats and then filming it nice with like we've always wanted to do something along those lines.
Yeah,
that's dope.
You could do that with spoken word type. You know, not even flat out rap. Just have a nice poem about the art and everything. But yeah, that's dope. That's really dope, and it just took it to that level, you know. So, I mean, with that, with the videotaping, with all of the various martial artists, and yourselves are martial artists, you have built your own, look like mini backlot. You got your own backlot studio up there, right?
This is literally my kitchen.
I know that. I know how that is. Everything, make it big.
Yeah, exactly. Every hip hop artist knows how to fake it till they make it.
So come on, man.
You look larger than life until you're there.
Come on, man. Look. Gotta make it look like money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Even to this day, we don't have space. We have run this entire operation the entire time out of my condo. And I actually just recently found out some of my neighbors think I'm a drug dealer. Because I'm coming into my condo with massive amounts of boxes.
Yeah.
And no one knows what's in them.
And then we'll like go and drop the boxes off in the parking lot, and then like I'll jump into his car, we'll take off. We're like, what are these thugs doing?
Drug dealers. Oh,
hey, J. Cole got a song. J. Cole got a song like that. My neighbors think I'm selling dope. Yeah.
Motherfucker, I am.
Yeah. Say that.
Hey man, but honestly, these guys, they got a badass apparel of martial art wear, man. Hoodie, stuff like that. Hey man, they got it. Ain't nobody got that. Budo Brothers got that. Apparel is
Man,
nice.
it was so funny. We actually one day just talking about how this journey is so organic. Every single one of our products is organic as well. It became an idea. One day, Kyle and I were training, and it was fall. We went outside to cool off, and it was a little cold, and class was already over. I just forgot that I didn't change out of my gi. So I was wearing my gi, but I wore a hoodie to the class that night. And as we were talking, I went to grab my hoodie, and there was nothing over my gi. Make the hood gi. And that's how it was born. So we basically made a martial arts uniform that does up just like a gi, but it's a hoodie that you can rock anywhere. And if you're not a martial artist, you're just going to think it's a really stylish way of rocking a hoodie. But if you're a martial artist, you know right away. You're a martial artist, man. Where'd you get that?
It looked like Sub-Zero or Scorpion. Like they wear them in combat.
Oh man, it looks good. It looks good, man.
And it just identifies your community, right? Like if you roll up on somebody in a tribe called Quest shirt here in Canada, you're like, all right, you know what's up.
Yeah. It's a code. It's a code.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. What do you guys think is the biggest misconception when it comes to the Budo Brothers?
I think a common misconception is that people think that we are martial arts experts and we are perpetual students. You'll notice that very rarely, Kyle and I love being uke because we love learning, and we're just not at the part in our journey where we're ready to. We are busy getting lessons out there from the masters. We're sponges. Yeah. And I think people think just because we're running a martial arts lifestyle company that we're 6th-degree black belts in 9 different arts. Yeah. We love all of it, and we're never going to stop that mentality. But as the evolution of our growth goes, we're just going to continue to go with the flow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like that energy,
That's
man.
right. Yeah.
And we get a lot of messages like, how can I get my black belt on the internet?
Yes.
Like, we can't help you.
We can't help you.
Maybe
y'all should just make a product, black belt. You want your black belt? Get it right here. Sell them a black belt.
Exactly.
That's one thing about these guys, man. If they weren't filming, they were training at Legacy 7. They wanted to get in there. They wanted to try the techniques, work the techniques, every chance they could besides filming. And, that's what I appreciate about these guys, man. They love to train, definitely love to train. But at the same time, their film work, then they put that in, move into that. And then you look at their finished product, you're like, wow, these guys do some great work, man. Them videos you guys captured are phenomenal. The Legacy, all the flashes, the music cut in, the strobe lighting, all of that, and Kahana Bay, and man, you guys made so many different cuts off of that. And I remember Kyle calling me up, and he goes, "Hey man, I'm gonna send you some beats, and let me know what you like." And he sent me a beat. It was cool, but it had some violin in it. I say, brother, that's not Stockton, man. And then he goes, what about this? And he sent me back another beat.
Yeah.
I said, there's the beat. That's Stockton right there. Yeah, we in Hawaii, but I still wanted that Stockton beat,
Yeah.
And it fit Angel's Disciples. Hey, I dug it. So they did 2 different music beats with 2 different video cuts.
Right.
And they came out with some really nice trailers right there. And actually, man, I love them. I love them trailers. And the young students in my organization, they all love it. My cousins love it. Says, hey, cuz, man, they got that beat up in there, man. I like that. They got some bad. But they have their unique style of film and coming into music. Yeah. And you got your Val Majelovic, he's classical martial arts. You're going to get that classical feel and music. Then you got the Budo Brothers with the hip hop cut, and you can see I think the age generation of people that really dig it. They love that. They love that hip hop beat. You know, it's like, damn. You know, my grandson said, "Man, Papa, we're in a music video." You know.
Yeah.
One thing
The little G likes that. Man, Papa, we're in a music video. This is so cool. So, you know, a lot of students felt in that perspective with the hip hop, you know. We love Val. Val's a badass, great at what he does. But that younger generation with that hip hop, you can see the difference, man, you know, on age categories that really enjoy your guys' work. I know I do. I dig it.
Thank you. And like we've got to travel and meet a lot of martial artists. And for your listeners,
yeah,
you know a master when you see their students and how they train and how they move.
Yeah.
And Grandmaster Tibon is lights out, has the rowdiest squad we've ever trained with. Like, you know,
I figured that.
And there's one guy in there, and like the way they hit and the way they move and how they do things, like we've never seen it like that before.
Precision.
And just the intensity and the tenacity and like it's the Stockton style. It's like you know, it's in their
like
training.
A drill. It's almost like a drill and a lot of it. When I was going through a lot of
guys.
Yeah, it's like a drill.
They made one cut. I believe they hit it on Twitter, and it said lightning fast. You won't believe all the people that watched it. How many people said, "Oh man, that's fake. That's all pre-edited. It's sped up." And then they put one take in. They got a dude walking slow in the background.
Yeah.
That's live speed.
Yeah.
A lot of cast thought it was fake. They thought these guys sped it up. But, you know, Ches and Walt, you know, and all the crew, they get down, bro. But it really surprised me how people were saying, "No, that's edited, man. That's sped up. That's sped up shit." No, it ain't.
It looks like it's not from this planet.
Yeah.
So I understand how they can't possibly be real. How can a human have that much control, speed, and precision while wielding a weapon? Strike you 5 times before you blinked. I mean, our new rule is, Grandmaster Tibon, anytime we film together, we have to have a regular walking show in the background.
It was so gangster. TikTok took it down because they thought they were hitting each other too hard. Like
really,
videos were bananas on it. They're like, they're like, this is too aggressive. Like we can't show the kids are gonna try this.
That's Stockton, man. That's Stockton. That's a lot of Klima right there. Angel disciples, you know what I mean? Yeah. But you guys captured it, brother, and I really appreciate that because I couldn't believe the view count on that. It went nuts. I was like, holy shit.
And
this went nuts. You know?
Yeah. The amazing thing too about the blessing that Kyle and I have been so lucky to be a part of in amassing these skills and having a passion for this, and it leading to incredible masters like yourself and all the other incredible martial artists that we've met along our journey. When we get to film them, it's such an incredible learning experience for us because we're the ones that actually have to go back and edit the video. And when you're editing a video, you have to replay it. No, add this. So you get to listen to an instructor teach time and time again. And it's actually an awesome way to learn. So we learn a lot by editing videos of masters being gracious with their instruction. I think that's another really great thing that has evolved. A lot of people were, no, you can't put that on camera. No, you know, this is the secret art that no one can see. You know, that's totally changed. People want to share their art, and the proof is in the Legacy series. You have all these prior competing arts coming together and in a circle of respect and admiration for each other, and an open mind to drop the stories and learn something from someone who dedicated their life to an art.
Yeah, that's legacy, brother. That's the beauty of legacy. You know, all of these different artists of MMA coming together, you know, to share their oral histories, to share their arts. They instruct, you guys get to capture all the participation, training, each segment of what teacher offered, for that big, large group. Legacy 7 was huge. There was a lot of people there, and it was a blast. But, 8 was huge, too. I expect 9 to be just as huge, if not bigger, But if you guys can make it down, that would be phenomenal. It would. And I'm sure the crew would.
In our power.
I'm sure the crew would love to see you, man. Everybody would love to see you guys.
Oh, man, we would love nothing more to just have the world return back to normal, where we can not have to worry about what policy is in place and whatnot. And I think the obstacle is always the way. These challenges are going to create some incredible. There's going to be some incredible things coming out of these challenging times.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I love the fact that you touched on the secrecy and the lack of at one point not wanting to spread the knowledge and give the wisdom. And it seems like now people are more willing to share the knowledge and spread it and pass it on. Especially on this platform, we done had legends on this platform that are so open to speak and talk about the knowledge and give the stories and the different lineages of different techniques and art that that in past time it wasn't moving like that. You know what I mean? And I love the fact that you guys embrace that as well. And it kind of leads me into my last question, and I want both of you guys to answer this. What do you guys want your legacy to be?
There's a concept that we both have, right? And it's called island life. And what we really work towards is there's so much chaos and turmoil and just honestly, it feels like almost majority of the population are the new slaves, right? Like there's just like this overwhelming power of people controlling you. And what we want to create is this island of prosperity, joy, happiness, love that resonates with people who are like-minded and like what we like to do with our families and everything like that. And we say island because we want to be isolated from just the anger, the negativity, right? We're even creating something right now where we're actually in the process of like solidifying a copyright called Joy Jitsu, which is the art of spreading joy to people. Because, right now everybody's in such a funk that the reverse needs to happen in order for there to be balance. We need more joy. We need more happiness. We need more art. We need more music. We need more life. We need more living. We need more hugs. We need connection. We need good food. Like the simple things of life. So if we could be remembered for anything, it would be that we spread joy and spread happiness to as many people as possible. And like that would be an amazing legacy, in my opinion.
I couldn't agree more. And I think one of the driving forces of Budo Brothers has always been to help people tap into their true potential through martial arts. So if we and what I love about that is that there is no finish line to that. There's no end. It's a perpetual goal that is going to be a legacy that lives well past us, beyond us when we're gone. But if we can help play our part in this short moment that we spend on this planet, we fulfilled our work.
Mm-hmm. And like when we were at Legacy, like that's some of the best memories I will have in my life. It was just fun, all smiles and and I'm sure if we met up with you, Big Wall, and you, Pstock, like it would just be a time. Like it's just when you're around people that you resonate with
that energy,
fun.
That energy and everything takes up and goes, and that's the way I feel. And you guys, you're so lucky, like you said. You get the first-hand experience with the editing. You're dealing with great masters and Herrinder's Black Belt Magazine podcast. So that's our main guy. So and he was just on the show. We got a show with him coming up next week. He was on a couple episodes. So so and he seems like he can be real intense. And I watched some of y'all videos with y'all working with him. Man, it's crazy, man. That's some good stuff.
You'll see when you meet him on the podcast. He's not intense at all. He's a giant teddy bear, just like T-Bone over there. When we first met him, I was like, when we first met him, Sifu was like, all right, I'm gonna check if he likes you guys, because like if he doesn't like you guys, we're not doing anything. We're all nervous. We're like, we met him and we met
hit it off.
We met GM there, and then it was just we hit it off instantly. Like we didn't even know what Sifu was talking about. Like he's just a smiley, happy guy. Like,
down to earth.
Yeah, he is down to earth.
And, you know, guys, you know, when we met up at Kana Bay, what you captured was me just teaching a class, beginner, intermediate, you know, form, drill format, you know, two pick flow, all of that. But to capture it in the water, I love that saying with Sing and my son Ches in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, that is that did. Yeah. But you know that one when we're in the it was like a little lake in the back, and we were running Form 1, and you guys wanted to get that splash effect, right? And then I remember Brother Greg was there watching. He goes, "Hey, man, don't go in there, man. There's like a virus, and you guys might get sick." And so the whole crew moved out of there, bro.
Coronavirus. We started coronavirus.
Yeah, that would have been a badass scene right there. You know, I wish we would have caught that. And then the leeches. I think it was leeches or something that was in there. They said, "Don't go in there, man. You're gonna get sick. You guys gonna get a rat." Everybody split. Just get out of here.
Let's get out of here, dude. No splash today.
Yeah.
Pass on the splash, man.
Hey,
But, you know,
I love the. No, go ahead, T-Bone.
Well, what made it special, guys, is, you know, my daughter, she was in military, 8 years. And after 8 years military, she went in academy, and then she had become a police officer. So, you know, as Angel's Disciples was fighting tournaments, she took off to military, and every chance she get while stationed in San Diego, whatever tournaments that we had, Desi would come on down and fight. But, you know, a lot of times she was overseas or, you know, out on her destroyer or her U.S. Aircraft carrier. And Legacy 7 hit because I had my grandson, my son, and my daughter together for the first time for any Legacy. So, you know, you guys got to capture that. And that's why it was so sentimental for me. I had my daughter, my son, and my grandson together. Now, the funny thing is today, you know, when we filmed Legacy a couple of years ago, little Z was right here. Well, little Z's right here now. Wow. He got that much bigger. He's 13 now, but he's getting big, man. And it'll be different once we get him on set, too, because he's up there with, like, all the other men now, almost eye to eye.
Yeah.
And to capture him going with his dad, that's going to be very unique, father and son. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to that in the future, you know, for them to get captured, you know, with Z at this age now, because to be honest with you, I think my grandson's going to pass me and my son up. Wow. At the rate he's growing, you know. He looked like he will be over 6 foot. But the way you guys captured Desi, you know, and captured Ches and Little Z, you know, that's what really makes me enjoy that shoot. I said, I got the crew there, and I got my kids all here, and my grandson, you know what I mean? So Legacy 7 was very sentimental to me on that one. Get them all together.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to keep that going, man. I love the name Joy-Jitsu. That has stuck in my head since you said it. Just the name of it just brings joy. I love that energy, man. I'm all about positive energy. The glass is always half full, you know, as far as I'm concerned. I love that. And when you guys get that island started, let me know, man. I might have to take you up on that.
Yeah.
I like that energy. You know what I'm talking about? No, go ahead.
We're going to make it like Canada where weed's legal.
Yeah. I like that. You got my
that
already. You know what I'm
that part. Yeah.
Now, look, we can't let you guys get out of here without telling us everything about your social media, where they can find you.
Yeah,
let us
all
know
your
things y'all got going on, coming up.
Websites, everything.
Talk your shit and address the culture.
We are pretty much on all the internet things, Budo Brothers. You can find a lot of content on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We have a podcast that we do every week. That's on any of the streaming platforms. Yeah. We are busy when it comes to content. So pretty much anywhere you can find us, and you just got to search Budo Brothers, you'll find us.
And if you want to learn more, talk to us directly, info@budobrothers.com. We handle all the inbound communication. So when you email our company, you're talking to us, because there's only 2 dudes in Budo Brothers. We're it. We don't have a team. This is us.
That's good. That's good. So your podcast is on what nights? Let everybody know again.
It launches every Thursday morning, where each week we talk about the timeless topics of martial arts, mindset, and entrepreneurship, and how those all intertwine. How we can extract the lessons of martial arts and apply it in our everyday lives, on a personal basis, in business, in entrepreneurship. And we really just pick a topic every Thursday. No planning, no nothing. We just riff. What have you been thinking about lately? I've been really thinking about this. And then we end up learning from our own podcast, because it's just a good sit-down session, Kyle and I, where we dig into these topics.
And that's Budo Brothers Podcast. Like, that's how you spell it. So.
But you say, we know how to find. We know how to find.
We know how to find. We're out there.
Well, we definitely want to thank you guys for coming through and addressing the culture, man. We definitely going to have to spin the block and bring you guys back on, you know what I mean? And do like a little talk series, man. Because I like the way y'all talk and the way y'all think. You know what I'm talking about?
That energy,
Yeah, we put something together, man, and make it a Budo Address the Culture event. You know what I'm talking about?
Kick some topics.
I love it.
This has been an honor. And that's the beautiful thing about Resonance is, just by how this podcast went. We resonate. And shocker, it was a great conversation. And I really enjoyed it. I want to thank both of you for having us on, because this was an honor and a pleasure.
Yeah. We always love to end everything with gratitude. So thank you so much for having us on. And it was a great meeting you guys, and we definitely hope we could do it again.
And thank you, Grandmaster Tibon. There he is.
There he is.
Definitely glad Jens is on it. So
I got disconnected, guys. Sorry about that. But hey, man, it's fantastic seeing you two. Brings back pre-COVID memories. And we had a blast. We had a great time. You guys do phenomenal work. But hopefully you guys can make it to Legacy Las Vegas 9 next month, man. It's here. And we're going to have a blast, bro. But hopefully you guys can make it.
Absolutely. And if it's
Pstock on Big Wall Capone, Audi 19. Thank you very much. And Budo Brothers, Kyle, Eric. Hey, man, it's great seeing you too. Huh? Phenomenal. All right, man.
There it is.
Time is something that you can't get back, so we appreciate you guys coming through, giving us your time, all right?
Yeah.
Can't wait to do it again.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We definitely going to spin the block, man. You know what I'm talking about? Definitely.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And what we going to do, we're going to take us a quick break, and me and P will be right back to address the culture. Appreciate y'all for coming through, and we're going to be right back after this commercial break, all right?
I set up 10 bricks, and then I put a center block on the top of the 10 bricks.
I remember.
And then underneath, I put down 2 cartons of 12 eggs on each side, so 24 eggs total. And so the trick was, it wasn't breaking the brick, getting on the raw eggs without smashing the raw eggs. So I was putting my weight on both of the eggs. And so what I did is I set my hand on top, slap the center bricks, split the center bricks, break all 10 bricks, without breaking the eggs that I was standing on.
Wow. People started to think that small circle jiu-jitsu included the striking, which was, and the striking was the part that I brought into it during that time. When I came back home, that's when I ended up developing small circle Ju-Trap boxing. I don't know if you were aware, but Grandmaster Jay and Bruce Lee were very, very close. And they were close to the point that Bruce used to come to Grandmaster Jay's house and they would talk stories and theories and so forth and so on. And when I got to it was at Alameda High School in the auditorium. And when I got to the auditorium, he had all the pictures up of everybody that ever trained with Grandmaster Jay but mine.
Wow.
There was no picture of me to be seen at all.
And you said you trained up under him for
35 years.
35 years.
And so he would say that our fist is like the nuclear bomb. It's very dangerous. It's very powerful. We have to have great respect for it. And we also need to cover it with love. And make sure that we're not being braggarts and boastful.
I look at a lot of the generation now, they talk about you gotta respect me, you gotta respect me. But they don't know how to give respect.
They don't know how to give respect, no.
Put some respect on my name is what they say. Put some respect on my name is what they say.
Yeah.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Sifu Singh here. I just finished another amazing session with Pstock and Bigg Wall and addressed the culture, talking about martial arts, talking about lifestyle, talking about the history of martial arts culture and how it's so important in our lives today. Come join us. Check out all the other masters that were with me. We had an amazing time.
Dressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come and address the culture, huh?
We are back. We are back, and that's what I'm talking about.
Great show.
Great show. Great energy. Like I said in the intro, man, those guys is the embodiment of what we set and the platform that we have created. You know what I mean? When we talk about blending the culture, hip hop, and different cultures, and we have been tapping into the martial art community just across the board, from the highest to the lowest. You know what I mean? Because it's from the ground up, similar to hip hop. You know what I mean? It's from the streets, it's from the essence. You got to put in hard work. You got to grind. You know, you got to be focused. You got to be conditioned. And it speaks truth. And all of the stories from everybody that we've heard along this journey has been similar in some ways. And the similarities is that you have to put the work in. You
got to put the work in.
You have to stay focused. You know what I mean? And I love that energy. And the Budo Brothers represent that with their energy, their style, and how they incorporate the whole culture.
100%. And they come into it, like you heard what he said, $0, and they make it work. And that's how it goes. That's how you grind and build. And then when you build that, from that, you appreciate that every step and level that you climb.
100%.
Appreciate it. And their work is phenomenal. You know, I mean, their video work is phenomenal. You know, so from what I've seen and I follow and I go in and look and I've seen some of the stuff they shoot. It's phenomenal work. I seen them where they had the little behind the scenes it looked like, and then I seen it's the real deal. You know?
I just love the hustle. You know what I mean? I love the grind. I'm all about that independent mind state, because we know in the culture now, independent is the route to be. You know what I mean? You have more control as long as you stay focused. You know what I mean? And they represent that. Like you said, they had $0. You know what I mean? They made mistakes, but they used that and they let that fuel them to create their empire that they create. You know what I mean? And they talking about building islands, creating their own joy-jitsu. I love that name. Just saying it brings me joy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is a good one.
It's dope. It's super dope. But that let me know they thinking. That let me know they're trying to create a legacy that's going to be here long after them, long after us, that's going to be here. We're talking about creating an island where people can enjoy themselves and be free and learn different things and grow. Come on, man. And I can see it. I can see them creating that. You know what I mean? just from their energy and how they move and their focus. And I love that. You know what I mean? And that's what we all about on this platform. So tap in with them, man. We definitely gonna spin a block and bring them back on.
Follow them.
Yeah.
Look them up, LinkedIn, you know, and you know, stay on point. You know, follow. And see what's happening. You never know. You know, you might catch something, might catch an opportunity. Get some real work done. You need some video work, especially for all the martial artists that we had come to the platform. I know they love it.
Absolutely. So look, if you want to get in tune with the Budo Brothers, if you have any questions for me and P, you know what I mean, tap in with us. You know we're not ducking no smoke. We here for it. Comments, like, comment, subscribe. The Culture Gang. So anytime we drop any kind of content, you be the first one to get it. You already know the vibes. Until next week, we're gonna be right back here with the same type of vibe, same type of energy, giving you news you can use, and we're gonna be here to address the culture. So until next week, I'm your boy Big Wall.
I'm your man Pstock. Peace.
And this is Address the Culture. And like I always say, your culture makes you who you are. So make sure they respect you. We're going to catch you on the next episode. We up out of here.
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Lady Luck, and I'm here with the homie Big Wall, and you are now tuned in to Address the Culture, where we're addressing everything in the culture. Keep it locked.
Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come and address the culture, huh?
Young and AZ, man. Stay tuned in, man. We just getting started, man. We addressing the culture.
For many people, sports participation gives the individual the opportunity to showcase athletic ability with the thrill of competition. The martial arts has given millions of people a platform to learn discipline and embrace the culture where the art originates from. Fusing the art and sport produces the modern martial athlete. Wika Sport is the platform to give the age-old form of combat of club and swords and put them in the hands of today's martial athletes in a safe and competitive space for kids and adults. This is Wika Sport. Wika Sport is born out of the centuries-old indigenous arts of the Philippines, Eskrima, Kali, and Arnis. These combative arts are weapons-based, usually using rattan sticks and long and short blade tools. The martial athlete who wields these are fast, with categories of point and continuous weapon sparring to display the athlete's speed, timing, accuracy, and power versus an opponent. There are also creative forms categories to demonstrate beauty and expression as an individual or team. This is only the beginning of Wika. The World Eskrima Kali Arnis Sports is here to unify the different styles of Filipino martial arts as the action philosophy of movement to exhibit the unique and complex culture of the Philippines globally. Wika Sports is here.
Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come and address the culture, huh?
out on hiphoptv.com on YouTube. Shit is fire.
Check out iHipHopTV.com on YouTube.